Hello everyone, welcome back to Build With Temi. I'm always so excited to talk to you guys, especially about these topics that we are discussing at this time, because this means that we are all living intentional and purposeful lives. Today's topic is one that is so important for us to live an intentional life, and it is wisdom. Honestly, wisdom cannot be overemphasized, and I believe that wisdom is something that every single person should aspire to have, or even have. Everybody needs to have wisdom. First of all, let's start by defining wisdom, and we're going to use the Merriam-Webster dictionary's definition, and that says wisdom is the ability to discern inner qualities, good sense of judgment. I personally define wisdom as the ability to know what is good and what is true to do at all times. Now, why is it important to acquire wisdom? First of all, the only way you can fulfill your purpose in life is by having the wisdom that, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Secondly, that's the only way you can live a fulfilling life. Third one is you have sense of stability and security. No offense, but anybody that doesn't have wisdom is a foolish person. And honestly, I say no offense because foolish in this context is not even an insult. It's just a description of the kind of person that person is. So for you not to be a foolish person, you have to have wisdom. And I'm going to be giving you the characteristics of a foolish person. That's someone who lacks wisdom. Number one, if you say there is no God, yes, it's okay not to agree with religious gods or whatever, but you saying that there is no God, like nothing created you just appeared on this planet, no offense, but that's the beginning of lack of wisdom. That just even shows you're a foolish person, nothing more. Two, foolish people never take advice, they never listen to counsel, they believe they are always right. When you meet maybe an entrepreneur that never listens to their employees, their subordinates, to even hear what do these people think about this decision I want to take, then that person is a foolish person. Three, they say anything that comes to their mind, they speak without thinking, like they will just open their mouth and say whatever comes out of it. And if you challenge them that that's insensitive or that doesn't make sense, they will tell you that that's how I am. Four, they are very, very impulsive, like they do things without even considering the consequences. They can just take all their life savings and use it to buy a luxury item simply because they must have it. Like everything, foolishness also has its consequences. So a foolish person, they will break down anything they've built. They will not mind spoiling a relationship that they've nurtured for years simply because they are trying to prove that they are the right person in that situation at that time. A foolish person will not care about the consequence of whatever it is they are doing. They are only concerned about that action, that they achieve that thing at that time. The consequence does not concern them. They have zero social capital because they don't mind, like, who are you? Also, it just follows from this that they keep missing opportunities because whenever things come to them, they will not apply wisdom and they will use their foolishness to just ruin it. Now, let's talk about benefits of wisdom. Number one, a wise person will almost always make the right decision because this person is someone that they've been thorough, they've sat down, they've thought about the consequences, pros and cons of that action. They won't just wake up one day and say, this is what I'm doing. They've thought it through before they decide to start doing it. Two, they almost always have clarity. In fact, sometimes lack of clarity is a sign that you probably lack wisdom and you need to obtain wisdom. So if you're always confused about everything you want to do at every single time, it's okay not to have clarity at the beginning of something, but as time goes on, clarity should come. Three, wise people always play the long game. They will never want to cut corners. I recently patronized somebody and the person charged me more than double of what they are supposed to charge me for that item. But I know in my mind I will never patronize that person again, no matter what it is that they say, because a wise person would have thought, what is my proper rate card, and giving me rate card, not say, because this person came to me, let me just take advantage of them. No, a wise person will never take advantage of people. A wise person will want to nurture relationships and they won't want to cut corners because they know they are playing the long game. They are going to be in this business for a long time, not just for this transaction. A wise person will almost always be blessed. They are always good to people, so there's no way blessings will just follow them. A wise person will always be honored. They will receive honor everywhere they go because they've treated people with honor, so it will automatically come back to them. Also, they will experience peace because they've dealt with everybody with wisdom. They've dealt with everything with wisdom, so they don't have any anxiety. They are not panicking about anything. So now let's talk about how you can obtain wisdom. The first one is ask God for wisdom. Yes, as simple as that. I'm sure you would have heard the story of either Solomon or Suleiman, depending on what side of the divide you are on. That's that king that had over, I think, 700 wives and another 300 concubines. That guy ask God for wisdom, and God gave it to him. So the way the guy asked God for wisdom, you too, you can ask God for wisdom. That God will, every time you are praying, don't say, God, give me wisdom, God, give me wisdom, and God will give you wisdom. 2, read books that are full of wisdom. Another thing you can do is surround yourself with wise people so you can learn from them. 4, always humble yourself. In fact, pride is a sign of foolishness. So if you're a wise person, you will always be humble because you know that you don't know everything. Final thing is be willing to learn from everyone. Like I said in one of my videos, our brains are wired differently, which means we all have different thoughts process. So there's nobody that is stupid. So you have to be willing to acknowledge that. So even if the person is a small child, there's something you can learn from them. Finally, I would say it's so important for each and every one of us to obtain wisdom. And this is because most of the other good things that we want in life, they are attached to acquiring wisdom. So it's important that we have that wisdom so that all those other things will just automatically follow. And you must realize that wisdom is a gift from God. It's not something that you can just say, once I do this, I do that, I'll become wise. No, you have to actually say, God, increase me in wisdom. The most you can do if you are maybe reading and doing some things is to acquire knowledge and have general intelligence. But to be wise, to be described as a wise person, you actually have to get that gift from God, and the only way you can get it is by asking God to bless you with the gift of wisdom. Sometimes I'll hear people say something like, that guy is so wise, he did this, he did that. That's describing someone that has been cunning, maybe in a business transaction or something, and they're trying to describe him as wise. That's not wise. That's a cunning person. That's a stupid person. That's a very foolish person. Because if they were wise, they don't need to con anybody to make it. If you have to con people to make it, then you are a foolish person, because you can do the right things and still make it, even make it more than people that are being cunning. So that's a sign that you're a very foolish person. I honestly pray from the bottom of my heart that God grants each and every one of you watching this video wisdom, because wisdom is like the thin line between you living an ordinary life to you living an extraordinary life, and we all need wisdom to live our purpose in this life. With that, we've come to the end of this episode of Build with Temi. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have learned a lot from this video. I learned a lot and I enjoy talking about it. Until I come your way again next week, my name remains Temitope Odeyinka. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you feel about this topic, and times you've shown wisdom and all of those things. And if you like to discuss with me personally, send an email to buildwithtemi@gmail.com. Also remember, I am the founder, managing lawyer of Starr Attorneys. Starr Attorneys is a business law firm in Nigeria. I'm an international business lawyer, so all those cross-border transactions and all of those things, please bring it to my table if you need help with them. And if you need to contact Starr Attorneys, that's the firm I run, all you need to do is reach out to them through the details that we've put in the description box. Till I come your way again next time, stay blessed.